Hey y'all, welcome to Craftable Things. I'm Patrice and today we are going to be unboxing a mystery box from Cricut. Okay y'all, so now we're ready to open our mystery box, and this is the Sour Candy mystery box, and this is available to Cricut Access members. So if you are a Cricut Access member, you do have access to these boxes. Okay, so here's everything inside of the box. Remove that. And we have some transfer tape. And this is just the standard grip transfer tape. We also have some Strong Bond Everyday Iron-On vinyl in yellow. We have some iron-on mesh. We also have glitter iron-on, and this color is green. We also have this glitter iron-on, and this one is in fluorescent green. And we have white glitter iron-on. Okay, so we also have some Cricut Infusible ink, and this is green watercolor. Very pretty. We also, we'll look at that one last. And we also have an extra large scraper. I can never have too many scrapers. And we also have a standard grip mat so that we can put all of this iron-on vinyl onto it. The one thing that was kind of out of place is this transfer tape. Yo, what are we going to use this transfer tape for with all of this stuff that came with the box? Absolutely nothing. So I'm just going to put this aside and use it for whenever I have a need to use it. And then we have a cutie, a Cricut cutie. Let's see what this baby looks like. And it is in this pretty red. Cute, 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 cutie. Okay, y'all, so now we're inside of Cricut Design Space, and we are going to make a design so that we can make a shirt. All right, so today we're going to be using mixed media. We will be using iron-on vinyl, and also we are going to be using some infusible ink. So let me head to my projects, and the project that we are going to be using is this one because I need me a new summer teacher shirt. All right, and so we're just going to customize this, and if you are interested in this design, the link will be listed below. It is public for your usage within Cricut Design Space. All right, and so here we are, and I'm just going to minimize this. I'm not really going to be showing how I designed this particular project, but you will have access to it. All right, so this font is a little tiny, but we are going to see if this is going to cut out good on our Cricut Maker 3 using some iron-on vinyl. All right, so let's see. Do I want to make an offset of this? I might want to make an offset. So let me go up to offset. All right, so this is the offset that we are going to be using. Let's see if I want it rounded or, yeah, I think the round looks better, right? All right, so let me click apply. And so that way I'll kind of layer that part of the design with probably some glitter and regular iron-on. Alright, so let me just see what size it is and if I like it. And right now it is measuring at a 12.608 by 12.134, and it's the words that give it the extra width and height. And so our circle seems to be measuring a little bit over 9 inches. That might be a problem because we are using the infusible ink, and the infusible ink that we're using is a 4 think it's a 4.5 by 12-inch piece of infusible ink. So I do want to just resize it a little bit because my circle does not need to be that big. Let's see. All right, so it looks like we are right there, y'all. We are right there. All right, so let's get ready to hit make it. And this is going to be on the mat. All right, so everything is looking like how it is supposed to look. So you are going to see how we're going to layer this, because this is going to be regular iron-on vinyl, and the green we are going to be using the infusible ink for this part. So let's get ready to head over to our machine. Now it's time to cut our iron-on vinyl, and I had to remember to mirror the cut because you don't want to not mirror it. It will not press on your shirts the correct way. And so I'm just using my brayer to make sure that this iron-on vinyl is nicely stuck to the standard grip mat. All right, so everything's mirrored and I'm ready to cut. And look at Alfie, that's my Cricut maker's name, cut this iron-on vinyl. And I am going to repeat this step for all of the materials today because they all need to be mirrored, even the infusible ink. And here I'm just removing the mat away from the iron-on vinyl, and I find that this works best, and that prevents any of that material from lifting from the carrier sheet. So I definitely recommend peeling the mat away from the vinyl and not ripping that vinyl off of your mat. All right, so now I'm just layering, well, not layering now, I'm just pressing down the glitter vinyl onto the standard grip mat. And here we are going to look at this infusible ink. So this is really infusible ink for the mug press, at least the size is for the mug press. But I am piecing the two pieces that come in the carton together to get one cut. And so you want to make sure that there are no gaps in between those two sheets if you decide to do it this way. But I would totally recommend just getting you full-size infusible ink sheets for this because you will have to piece it together. Okay, and so now we are ready to cut that, and everything is going to cut beautifully, and you want to make sure to mirror your infusible ink. All right, so your infusible ink should be face up, and the plastic shiny side should be what is making contact with your mat. Everything is done cutting, and now it's time for us to weed the vinyl. And I tried to salvage as much of the vinyl as I could. That's why it's cut the way that it is, because you can use it for other projects. So this vinyl is actually very, very easy to weed. I did not have any issues, as you see, with weeding this iron-on vinyl from Cricut. All right, so now we're going to move into weeding our glitter. And sometimes, y'all, this glitter paper is so thick, or this glitter vinyl is so thick, and sometimes it just rips like paper. So you have to be careful when you are weeding it, and you always want to weed in a slanted downward position because you don't want any of that lifting up. But as y'all see, it is tearing up a storm, but everything is still intact. Our pieces that we need, they're perfectly fine. Now here is the infusible ink, and as y'all see, it's two different pieces, but I'm just kind of like loosening up that infusible ink so that I can peel it. You never really want to weed it with your weeding tool. And so here I'm just going to be using my hands to kind of remove all of the infusible ink that I do not need for this project. And it is pretty easy. It cut through this material like butter. All right, so now I need to piece it together because I had the bright idea of doing a larger image using these two small pieces of infusible ink. And so I am using the Cricut Strong Grip tape or heat tape, and I am just taping it down, and then I am going to put more tape on the back. And so everything lines up the way that I want it to line up, and you just got to be careful, and I just want to make sure everything is as it should be. And I am going to continue to tape this down, kind of similar to how I do with larger sublimation prints, except For this one, there is no overlap, so you have to be very, very, very sure of your placement. And so right now I'm taping the back of it, not the front, the back. All right, and everything looks good, and we're ready to go. All right, y'all. So today we are going to be using this Cricut Infusible ink shirt, which is 100% polyester, I believe. And I chose to use a gray shirt today because I just want to see how this infusible ink will look on it. Well, it's actually 95% polyester and 5% elastane. And today we are using the Cricut Easy Press 3 to make our shirt. So first we are going to put a liner inside so that none of that infusible ink seeps through. And I'm just putting butcher paper inside of the t-shirt. And this will prevent any ink from going through to the other side of the shirt. You don't want that. Next, you want to lint roll your shirt to remove any lint that may be on it, because that could cause discolorations on your shirt. Next, I'm just going to take our heat press and give it a nice pre-press in the area where we will be applying the image. And that only takes about 5 seconds. Next, we are going to take our infusible ink image and we are just going to place it right here on the shirt. If you have a T-square or something like that where you could measure placement, now would be the time to utilize it to make sure, but I am just going to eyeball it, and it looks to me like this is nice and centered, but I also want to make sure that our other pieces line up correctly, and it does appear as though it will. So next, what I want to do is I want to tape this down. Yes, there is a little bit of adhesive on the carrier sheet, but sometimes this heat will reduce its strength. And so I don't want this to shift. And so I'm just going to apply some of this Cricut heat tape. And this is the strong grip heat tape that Cricut makes. And I am just going to tape those corners. This will prevent any ghosting. Now we're going to apply some butcher paper on top, and then we are ready to press. And we are pressing this at 385 degrees Fahrenheit for 40 seconds. And these recommendations are based on the Cricut Heat app and also the Cricut Heat Guide online. The butcher paper prevents any ink from getting onto your press because you don't want that, because then you might transfer ink to other items and you may not want that. We're all done. And now we are going to reveal, and hopefully this took. And what I do know is that it all took, but this is a gray shirt, so it was already a watercolor image, but y'all look at all of that ink. All of that ink is gone. It is gone. So I am happy about that. And so I think I'm pretty glad about our color choices today. All right, so we're going to leave this here, and now we're going to adjust our heat press so that we can apply the vinyl or the HTV, which is going to go right here, and also the glitter vinyl. So now it's time for us to layer the iron-on vinyl, and first we're going to start with the regular iron-on vinyl, and we are going to be heating that at 315 degrees for 30 seconds. But since we will be heating up more vinyl onto this shirt, I am probably going to reduce that 30 seconds. All right, so I am going to place a piece of butcher paper on top just to protect my iron in case this infusible ink reactivates. However, 315 degrees is a very low heat, so I don't expect it to reactivate any of that infusible ink. And so you just need to apply light pressure to the iron-on vinyl, and typically this is a cold peel. So we are just going to do it for half the time. I'm going to let it cool a bit, and then we're going to peel it off. We're going to peel it off now. I'm just going to peel it off very slowly because I know that I did not keep it on for too long. But it is coming off very easily. Now it's time to layer the glitter pieces onto the shirt, and it's pretty easy to layer it up. All you need to do is make sure that your shirt is straightened out and flattened when layering these pieces on top, and matching the vinyl to the infusible ink is working out really well too. This green fluorescent glitter is so pretty, y'all. In person it is so pretty. Right, so everything looks to be layering just fine. All right, so I lined this up, and you kind of have to adjust the shirt to make sure that it lines up correctly. And so that's what I did. I kind of just like stretched the material, not stretched it, but like made sure that it was flat, because those lines really need to be seen. And so everything looks good. And now we are going to press this at 330 degrees because this is the glitter vinyl, and we're going to press this at 330 degrees for 30 seconds. And I am probably going to go with about 15 to 20 seconds because we have one more piece left to put on the air. This looks really pretty, y'all. All right, so we are going to let it cool off a little. That needs to cool off. And so when layering, remember, you need to check your material to make sure that it can be layered. And also, you don't want to layer on any glitter. But any other material, just confirm and make sure. This is a cool to touch type of peel. Now I want to be careful because I did not press it the entire time. So far it looks pretty good, y'all. All right, let's go this way. And you want to make sure that you're removing the backing in a downward position. Don't pull it up. We have about 2 more presses. And be very careful as you're peeling. Y'all, this looks super pretty. All right, so now we're going to remove this liner. All right, so that's looking gorgeous. A whole bunch of gorgeousness right here. All right, y'all. So next we are going to put on our hashtag teacher off duty. Right, so let's get our feet, and then we're going to do another press. All right, so let's remove that backing. And y'all, this is so cute. I love how it turned out. Absolutely love how this turned out. So I am going to flip this over and give it another press from the back. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this butcher paper. And y'all, nothing actually came through, so that's awesome. I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna put this butcher paper on the cooling mat or the pressing mat, and I am just going to place this on top, and I'm going to press it from the back just to make sure that that adhesive is nice and melted onto our shirt. So let me just pull it down just a little bit. And I'm putting the butcher paper there just because of the infusible ink, even though this temperature isn't hot enough to really activate it or reactivate it, but I just want to do that just because I don't want anything on my pressing mat. All right, so our shirt is done, and y'all, this looks really, really nice. And I like that I did it on a gray shirt, because doing sublimation or infusible ink only on white shirts can sometimes be boring. And so I love how this shirt turned out. It's beautiful. Okay, y'all, so we are all done with unboxing the sour candy mystery box from Cricut. And just so that y'all know, this mystery box was maybe a few weeks ago, so it may not be on sale any longer, but they do come out with mystery boxes like once a month. Seems like more than that, but that is only for Cricut Access members. All right, for the most part, I liked all of the contents of the mystery box. I thought the colors were really nice. I kind of got like Apple vibes. Maybe I wanted to do something Apple related, but I chose to make a shirt because I need me a new teacher off duty shirt. Like those kids got me all the way messed up type of shirts. So here we have our shirt, and I love how it came out. Let's see if that camera focuses. Oh, there we go. The camera is focusing. And so, y'all, it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love that watercolor look on this shirt. And if it were white, if this shirt was a white shirt, I'm sure that that color would have been seen a little bit more. But I absolutely love how it turned out. And I love the glitter iron on vinyl. Really makes it pop. So I really love it. There will be a link listed below to the Cricut Access membership if you don't have a Cricut Access membership. Also, please know that I do have this project listed on my Cricut page. So I will have a link to this project as well, in case you are a teacher and you want to make this shirt, or you have a teacher in your life and you want to make this shirt for them. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I would love it if you would stick around here with us. Also, head over to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and join Craftable Things there as well. But that's going to be it for today, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time.